This episode is brought to you by your cousin's ratchet nickname. At no point in anyone's life should Twan be an acceptable nickname for someone whose birth certificate says Antoine. If your cousin's name is Bobby, the only thing a nickname like Boo Boo on the job application is going to guarantee is a surefire way to not get an interview. Now, it is a worldly renowned notion that going from a normal name like Giovanni to a nickname like Applejack completely defeats the purpose of having a nickname when you're keeping the same amount of syllables. The only time extended nicknames are acceptable is when your cousin Heather is constantly referred to by your family as H-Doggy back blown out because they're trying to create the image that your cousin is still a hoe. So if you have that cousin Paul and you're tired of calling him Pookie, hop on the nearest social media and use the hashtag new nickname alert to help you find your cousin a new nickname. One more time, the hashtag is new nickname alert. Now let's start the episode.
Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes. Our sins and woes.
Welcome to the 13th episode of the Our Sins and Woes podcast, the podcast where a bunch of dumbass millennials talk about their dumbass perspectives, their dumbass opinions, their dumbass mistakes, and their dumbass complaints. I'm your host, Nelson, and thank you for joining me today. Quick thing to all the audience. Sorry for the hiatus. Getting a lot of cancels lately, a lot of last minute changes and shit like that. But we back. We back with 13, and we about to have some fun today. So, shout out to 795. Shout out to 795 Production. Make sure you follow them on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all the good shit. They cooking. Shut up. So, with all that being said, let me go ahead and introduce my guest of today. Returning guest, J. Pat from episode 1. What's up, baby?
Feels good, man. Feels good. I'm alive. You know, I'm out here living my best life.
Yo, you about to cry?
My best life. Nah, man. Feel good. Feels good to be back.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to get into it. You know what I'm saying? I heard there was smoke coming today. You know what I'm saying? I looked outside. It was smoky. Smoke everywhere.
All smoke, no fire. So let's have some fun with that. Female. Now I gotta address this because I recently found out that female is an offensive word to use to describe females. Okay. I'm so confused about this. I got into a extensive debate with 4 women, and they told me that I use female incorrectly. I should find a different word to use. And they said, why don't you just use woman? And I said, well, what do you call a 4-year-old girl? They're like, well, that's a girl. I said, okay, so you have a 4-year-old girl and you have a 28-year-old woman. How do you loop them into one category? Well, I don't understand why you have to loop them into a category. Well, like, how do you refer to all of them as one person? Right. Just like you call men and boys males. Right. What do you call women and girls? Females, per the dictionary. And then I pull out the dictionary because, facts. That's still not good enough. Right. I have so many fucking issues with that. So I'm sitting here like, well, first of all, why is female an offensive word?
So, real quick, let me ask you. When you pulled out the dictionary, what definition of female did you see?
The one that's basically like anybody that can bear or produce eggs.
All right. That is a basic ass concept, bro. Like that applies to so many different things, bro. Like when you say female, like that's everything, bro. Like you can get like when you call a woman like a female, you talking about like all females.
Yeah, that's the point.
No. All right. So let me all right, let's say I have a cup, right? Mm-hmm. And it has a liquid inside of it. Yeah. I tell you like, hey, bro, like this liquid won't hurt you, mm-hmm. but like, there will be some type of repercussions. Yeah. But I bet you $100 you won't stick your finger in it. Would you do it?
No.
All right. What if I bet like, all right, it's not gonna like kill you. It's not gonna maim you. It's not gonna do anything permanent. Like promise you, like you stick your finger in, it feels like water, right? I bet you $1,000. Would you stick your finger in it?
Like if I stick my finger in it, do I get $1,000 or do you get $1,000?
Yeah, when you stick your finger in it, you get $1,000.
Yes.
Right? What's your thought process?
Why are you putting money on me putting my finger in this cup?
Right. Like it's nothing, right?
Yeah.
Just a finger. How much more money would I have to bet you to swallow that?
After my finger's in it?
I mean, nope, before your finger's in it.
And you've assured me that it's not going to kill me?
Yeah.
$1,000 was fine.
$1,000 fine.
Yeah.
Like, what if it might make you like have instant diarrhea or make you vomit?
How long?
I don't
How long does this
I
last?
mean, if it's like, maybe like 10 minutes, $1,000 still cool.
Yeah, that's $1,000.
But there's a little bit more like thought process into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you thinking more about like,
It's
like
not as simple as just a cup of water.
Yeah, right. But like sticking your finger in it, shit, that's nothing.
Yeah.
But like once you talking about like swallowing it, you're talking about taking it internally. You get what I'm saying? Like that's a whole different. Like I am way more likely to stick my finger in something than to drink it or lick it or like put it in my ear.
What does that have to do with females?
That's like, all right, let's get down to it, bro. Like look how we're we're made, right?
Mm-hmm.
So men, we have a penis, right?
Yeah.
That goes into shit. That's like sticking your finger into
In the water?
something. Yeah, it's like I'm way more willing to stick my finger into something than I am to actually like receive something inside of me, bro. There's a difference between the sword and the sheath.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like you have to understand their way of thinking, bro. It's completely different from like ours. That's why like gay people are completely different from that's why like they're different from us. Like, but it's still like it's like the concept. It's like they are willing to like receive something inside of them and like get pleasure from that. Mm-hmm. That's a woman's like whole train of thought. Like, it's crazy because I was actually talking to a woman about it, and she was
a woman or a female.
Both. A woman. I would say a woman. I don't call females because it's the way like females are touching
Context.
But it's the way you say it though.
It depends on how you're saying it. So if I say, "Oh, I was with a group of females last night," blah blah, but it's just casual conversation. There's no derogatory aspect behind the word female. You're just using that.
But the way you say it, yeah, it definitely is like a. That is like.
It depends. It depends.
Every time I've heard you say female, it's like. A female, like that's so basic, bro. Like that's the most basic thing. Like you refer to somebody as a female, there's no interest there. Like
yeah, you're a disconnected piece.
Exactly.
But I don't have to be connected to every female that I talk about.
So let me put it to you like this: men, we are like a house phone.
Right? Bro, how many analogies are you gonna fucking give
me? Hold on. I'm just saying. Listen. Just hear me out. Men are like a house phone, right? You get like you can call somebody, you can leave a voicemail, you can receive a call, and you can listen to voicemails. That's it. That's all we got. Women are like smartphones. You got text messages, you got Snapchat, you
social
got
media
Instagram,
applications.
You have an endless
Call of Duty mobile app.
Access literally to an endless amount of apps, nigga. Anything, and most of them is free. You don't have to think like you don't have to pay for them. Like endless amounts of apps. Like, but it's just so like, which one would you rather have though? Would you rather have a smartphone right now or a house phone?
What's my job?
What?
What's my job? It depends on my job. Depends
on
what kind of phone I need.
All right. I'm just saying.
What do I have going on in life?
Like, let's say I'm like, yo, hit these people up, let them know like we're on the way. If you got a house phone, my nigga, like you got a phone call. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't get in contact with like, but that's how like men are really simplistic.
But I can leave a voicemail, so we good.
Yeah, you can leave a voicemail.
It's like,
but you don't know if that voice. All right, how many voicemails have you left in your life? And how many people got back to you? Straight up, like let's not act like leaving a voicemail is effective, so nigga. Like, but it's like it works if the community. It's so basic. A female is way more complex than that. So you just say like, or a woman is way more complex than that. When you say female, like to describe, also you just.
Oh, so I'm taking away the complexity of them by using such a simple term.
Yeah, like literally, you are breaking them down to the most basic thing that they can do, nigga. Like
yikes! That's good. That's good.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the definition of it. It's something that can bear children. Eggs, yeah. Like that's it. That's the most basic thing that any female can do, bro.
Only role.
All right.
Like a surrogate mother.
There is no person who feels like that's the only role. Like, come on, my dude. Like, even men simple as don't like. Even Dave Chappelle said like there's like 3 things on the list. So I mean, it's not just like one thing we were responsible for, and he was very correct, by the way, very correct. You should definitely listen to it if you haven't heard it.
Are you gonna go over those 3 things?
Oh, my friend. He said the reason why it came up was because like he saw a magazine and it said like 100 ways for you to like please your man. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like 100 ways to please your man. It's like, and it was written by some woman. And he was like, I looked at it and was like, shit, that list is way too long. There's only 3 things that you need to do. You feed him, you suck his dick, and you shut up sometimes. I was like, oh yeah. No, he's He's right. That list was way too long. Like, there's no way. But that's how a woman is, bro. Like, they have 100 things you can do to please them.
100%.
So by you breaking them back down to like just a female, that I can see how that can be disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're good, you can still get away with it. Because I call females all the time, and they never seem to take offense to it.
I thought you just said you never call females.
Yeah, I will talk. I will definitely call a female sometimes. Like, listen here, female. I don't know what she was thinking, but it's never like in a good way. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always with salt.
I
just
use
laugh
it
a
to
little.
generalize.
No,
Like, I'd be like the females that I know, or I was
say
talking to these
female
females.
aggressively, bro.
It depends what I'm talking about.
You say female like you say bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Well,
it's that same energy, bro. I get that same energy. I hear you say female. It's like, does this man just say bitch? This kid's running around. What is he doing?
Yeah, no, I'm not fixing it.
Right. I'm just saying, it's a possibility that it might be
I understand
slightly disrespectful. I mean, I ain't gonna say like, you know, you going ham with it, but
I understand when you say it like that, because like you said, I'm breaking them down to the most basic form of what they are.
yeah, man, it's a tricky.
But that's a new thing. Why didn't women 20, 30 years ago look at female like that?
They didn't have. Yeah, exactly. They weren't allowed to, actually. That's why they was out here fighting for the right to say so.
And then it's like, there's no way to group all women. It's impossible. If female can come off as derogatory, then there's no way to group all females. You can't call everybody a woman. Mm-hmm. I don't care who you are. If you walk up to a 6-year-old girl and you call her a woman, you're weird. Right. You might be borderline pedophile. Right. So you can't call every girl a chick. They addressed that a long time ago. All women can't be chicks. All women can't be girls. It's belittling.
Yeah.
And then you can't call every girl a lady, because they ain't all out here acting like ladies. So, like, what do you call all women, girls, ladies, and chicks?
I mean, women.
No. I'm not calling a 4-year-old girl a woman.
That's a girl.
Okay, so how do you group girl and woman into one category?
Females. I mean, it happens all the time, bro. Like, I don't
what I'm saying.
Like, at the end of the day, like, there is a little trippage about it, because, like, if you go fill out an application,
you're going to put female.
Male, female.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we got, like, transgenders, hopefully. They throw that in there. I feel like that should be its own category.
I think they just say, I do not wish to answer.
Yeah. That's always an acceptable, like,
they used to say,
it's a mystery person. Like, oh, my God. Like, it's like a Wonder Ball back in the day. You don't even know what you're going to get. It's like, oh.
Wow.
I just know there's chocolate.
It could just be a male who just refuses to answer for some reason. Mm-hmm. Like,
That'd be a surprise.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Facts.
That's some stuff I would do. What you mean?
I mean, I've done it.
I refuse to answer. Race, human. How dare you?
All bad. But then, and that's what I don't understand. Like, I get, like, you're throwing in the sensitivity of how people feel about it and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the facts are the facts. So you can't say I'm wrong. If I give you the dictionary and it says a female is this, and then you talk about, well, just call everybody a woman. Okay, well, what's the definition of woman? An adult female human.
Right.
So if you're not an adult, I can't call you woman. So how do I loop the girls and the women together?
Who you're not calling adults? How old are these women you're not calling adults? They might be offended.
Yeah.
I even stepped up to the woman category for
well,
you.
I mean, like
that's an upgrade, bro.
Episode 10, when Afia said I was grown, I was an adult, because she was paying her bills. Nah, there's 20-year-olds out here that ain't adults.
True.
True. But I understand if you base it off the facts of what a woman is, and it says adult, human, female, and you want to base that off of what legally considers you an adult, 18. Right. Okay, well, then you're 17 or below, you are not a woman. So now, how do I categorize the 4-year-old and the 28-year-old into one group without offending them? Because females ain't the word.
I mean, women and children.
Pencil sharpener.
I feel like children get their own, like, category now.
Yeah, children. Yeah. Because you're looping girls and boys together.
Yeah.
That's
what's important. It's a child. It doesn't really matter. You have to take care of it.
I just don't understand, because then I'm sitting here like, y'all are literally trying to create a new word that doesn't offend you and make it so that you can group women and girls together. Until you come up with that new word, I got nothing for you. I'm going to still say females. Mm-hmm. But y'all need to come up with a new word, and then y'all need to, like, use that word and don't get offended by it because guys start calling you that out of smite.
But I mean, at the same time, white people aren't allowed to walk up and just start calling black people nigger all willy nilly either. So
It depends on who their black friend is.
Right? Yeah, I mean that is true. That is definitely true. But like that number is way smaller than the number of white people. Like, regardless, like that's a given fact. Like there might be hands thrown.
But I mean,
There's some words that you just.
but you have to think about that. That comes from a word that was originally derogatory. Female wasn't originally derogatory.
Fair enough. But, I mean that connotation kind of like outraised like the denotation of it for sure. Like
Yeah.
Like the definition, like I said, even the definition is basic, bro. Like if I'm calling somebody a female, it's normally not to give them any praise or like.
What's wrong with that? You have to earn your praise.
I mean, yes, that is true. But what woman do you know that feels that way? Like,
And I do with women that walk up to me and say, "Buy me a drink."
Exactly. Like it's not like they out here flocking around like that is all I am.
I have
like,
to earn my keep.
Yeah, you have to earn their trust in order to be saying female. Like I said, I get away with it all the time. Nobody really takes offense.
Oh, bad. Can a female be a guy's best friend?
That's a tricky one.
No.
I feel like that's a
Shade.
No.
Shade.
He said smoke. Who said throw smoke? Tear gas, smoke.
No, I ask that question all the time because I was talking to a homeboy and he was telling me that like when the relationship is serious, when people get like when you've been involved in that relationship for a long time or you're married or something like that, that girl is gonna tell that guy everything, and vice versa. Usually, to an extent, because there's such thing as bro code. So like as far as to get the information out, yes, but like to a certain degree, the guy's not always gonna tell the girl the details of his guy friends.
Right.
But a girl will. She'll give him all that information.
Right.
Most of the time. There are some girls out here that, do value their friendships with guys. Just very small number. So when you think about like the fact that if my best friend's a girl and she's married and she's telling her husband everything about me, now this dude has this information. I have an issue with that because I don't really know that nigga like that. Mm-hmm. Now, if you think about it the other way around, would you be okay if like your girl had a best guy friend and she didn't tell you everything?
No.
You wouldn't be okay with that?
She had a best guy friend and she didn't tell me anything. Actually, yeah, no, I would be fine with that. I would 100% be fine with that. Because to be honest, at the end of the day, I know there's gonna be some things that I don't ever tell her. It's not like I can be
some
like,
things I'm taking to the grave with me.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I can't take that away from you. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to take something to the grave with you, that's cool too. Like, if I do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's be realistic. Like, I can't say I'm like
Speak
responsible
for
for the
everybody.
masses. Yeah, like, the way I think might not be. I don't know, bro. Like, there's so many situations where it's like, I just feel like the person, it depends on that person and like why you're best friends.
Yeah.
Because you're best friends because of a relationship. Like, once that relationship ends, I mean, you're not really best friends anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was based off of the relationship. Mm-hmm. So unless that keeps going forever, that's null and void now at this point.
Yeah.
But I've had a couple of female best friends, actually. I mean, I feel like we both have one now. Mm-hmm. Like, actually, who takes care of us and organizes events.
You say about my mother?
I love your mother. She's the greatest.
No, I hate her.
Shout out to moms.
They still play possum when I go talk to them.
Oh, God.
Both of them.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'll go to the house and go say hi to my mom, and she'll be doing something like folding clothes or something, and I'll walk in the room and she'll look at me dead in my face, and then she'll sprawl out on the bed and just start snoring, and then like my stepdad will be sitting on the bed, and he'll be sitting on his phone or sitting on his tablet or watching TV, and mom's sprawled out for like 60 seconds just snoring away, and he'll look up and he'll look at me and then he'll look at her, And then he'll nod off too.
fucking
And starts
terrible.
knowing.
So
I'm like,
terrible.
yo, I am 28 years old. Why are y'all playing possum with me? Like, why are y'all still playing possum with me? I get like when you're a kid, when you're, the mom that's trying to get some rest, so the kid's running up in there. But I'm 28. Like,
But the fact that
Love
they
is so
looked at
much.
you first.
yo, they make direct eye contact with me. It scares me because it's like the
He
boy who
saw
cried wolf.
us.
Like, I don't know if when they're legitimately going to be falling asleep.
Oh no, he saw us.
Sometimes she'll do that. Sometimes she'll hide behind a hand and then like she'll look, like obviously look.
That kind of reminds me of that Kevin Hart joke of his grandma passing out at the funeral or whatever.
Yep.
She fake passed out and she like anyone pay attention. She's like, bitch, everybody saw you. Like, stop.
Out of control.
Yeah, but best friend.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's a slippery slope.
I think it's gonna create trust issues regardless, whether it be with
Yeah.
the best friend or whether it be with the significant other.
100%.
There's always gonna be a trust issue there. I don't feel like that's what guys. That's what's crazy. Like if you're guys, if you have your girlfriend and you have your guy best friends and stuff like that, I don't feel like you not telling her everything is gonna create trust issues.
Fair enough.
Like that's your best friend, that's your guy friend. Like you've known them for this amount of time, especially if you have so much length into that relationship.
I mean, but there's some stuff that's just not my business. Like I don't even care to know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
nah, I feel that
Like-
100%.
Like there's some stuff that I would never even ask about. I'm like, why are you even talking about that? Like, I don't know. I don't care. Like, I'm over friends. I don't care about that. Like,
Yeah. So I always wanted to know that because like some people will say, well, usually most women will say, yeah, I can have guy best friends. It's like, yeah, but you're gonna tell your nigga everything about that guy.
Well, I feel like she can only tell him what you're willing to tell her.
Yeah, but if you're my best friend, I should be able to tell you everything.
But like, so she not allowed to tell her best friend what you tell her.
I'm her best friend.
All right.
Clearly have.
Fuck that nigga. I'm her best
All
friend.
right.
So much smoke. Not but like, I'm your best friend. You can't have two.
All right.
That's a lie. I got two, but like,
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. That's not yeah, you're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to swing that over. She's not allowed to tell her best friend shit. So I mean, at some point though, you have to like. I feel like you just can't trust certain people with everything. That's the difference between like.
so can
friends
guys
and
have
associates.
girl best friends?
What's a best friend, bro? Even best friends come and go, bro. I had a best friend in second grade. I ain't heard from him since.
That don't really count.
All right. I had a best friend in middle school. I barely hear from him. Like, we ain't best friends no more. Like, that's my boy, but like, we not like best friends. Not like we used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, best friend that's a temporary structure. Like,
I don't believe that.
and like, it is, bro. It's very possible. It's tragic when it happens, but it's very possible when you lose a best friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a best friend is forever. What? Don't look under the bed, bro.
Shout out
That's
to
what
Quinn.
happened to best friends. All right. But like, do you still call him your best friend?
Yes.
No, that man's like family to you, bro. Like let's get it like get
Yeah,
out of
right.
here.
Yeah,
Like,
that's my
that's
brother.
a whole different status. Like yeah, family's always gonna be there. We ain't talking about family. We talking about best friend.
Yeah, like.
Like how much how much weight does that actually hold?
But I
you
still
know what I'm saying?
introduce him as like I might look at him like family, but I still look at him like I still introduce him as my best friend.
I feel like best friend for me is like female. It's like equivalents right now. Like
Yikes.
Yikes!
yeah, that's my best friend. That's how I use best friend, bro. I don't use it like if I say that's my best friend. Like that's not me giving somebody a true compliment, but that's not all I'm gonna say about like my best friend. Like that's all I got to say. I probably just met this person. I had 6 or 7 shots, and I was feeling good.
Just like a female, because a female will meet
that's when I'll be like best
In
friend.
the bathroom.
oh, this is my new best friend. How long y'all know each other? About 5 minutes.
Hey, well, what did I tell Yami? Y'all change your drawers faster than y'all change your best friends.
She couldn't deny
That's
it.
Or y'all change your best friends faster than y'all change your drawers. My bad.
So you know,
Either way.
I feel like either way,
Too
exactly.
fast.
Best friend is that's a removable like that doesn't stay just because like especially with girls, I feel like it's worse.
It is worse with girls, but
Like,
like
just
my
because
best
you-
friend has been my best friend for 14 years.
Yeah, they just have different. The best friend like that you talking about is like
A brother.
yeah, that's
Tracking.
different.
I'm
different.
tracking that.
Now if you call her like your sister, then at that point like she should always be good. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that
saying?
still
Once you
creates
get her to
trust
that
issues in a
status,
relationship. If she's not your blood sister, your girl's always gonna ask why is she your sister.
Well, yeah.
I mean, true.
So regardless, it's gonna create no matter how close that female is. If you're female, or if you have a very close opposite gender in your life, it's gonna create trust issues in your relationship no matter what.
I got you, bro. That is my
Final
lady
answer.
cousin. Lady cousin right there.
Oh God.
Not a sister.
Makes it
Like
worse.
a lady cousin.
Lady cousin.
Hey,
Female
lady,
cousin?
lady's
Can you say
nice.
female
You
cousin?
can say that. You can say lady instead of female.
Lady does. I'm not calling a 4-year-old girl a lady.
Okay, fair enough.
Sounds weird.
But why are you messing with
And
a
I'm not
4-year-old?
calling like these hot girl summer bitches a lady either.
Well, a 4-year-old girl is just a little lady. Boom. There you go.
That sounds weird.
It's not. It's really not. It's just a little lady.
That sounds right.
What are you talking about? It's a little one. Just run in there.
Young
Little
lady.
Look at-
Young lady.
All right, there you go. You got young. That's what adjectives are for. Woo. We're in here, boy. Lady to new
Solving
females.
world problems.
Boy. Lady to new females. I'm gonna just call everybody up. Hello, lady over there. Oh no, never mind. They definitely gonna go off.
Yeah. Like, why
Never
can't
mind.
we be a lady?
Abort mission. Chains have been tossed. This is a terrible idea. Why do we go and start calling women ladies? That was horrible.
Yeah. So speaking of ladies, there's a podcast I'm watching right now, or that I'm keeping up with, and it's called Two Hoes with a Show. Shout out to Naya and Davi. Y'all doing good shit. But I'm watching like the podcast and I enjoy it. It's all about the woman empowerment and addressing the social norms that are in womanhood. And they're trying to redefine the word hoe.
All right.
But so they have this game segment that they do called "Is That Hoe Shit?" where they ask questions and then they'll give their perspectives as to whether or not that's hoe shit. And when they describe hoe shit, they'll mean it in a sense of like, is that some fuck shit, as opposed to like, is this the actions of a promiscuous girl?
Okay.
So the questions that they ask are fucking hilarious. Like just straight up hilarious. And they'll like one of the questions was, is dating your son or daughter's ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, is that hoe shit?
Wait.
That's just problematic in itself.
Wait. Run that by me. There's no way. There's no way.
One of the questions on their podcast, on the Two Hoes with a Show podcast, is, and this is all their original content. I did reach out to them and let them get permission before I brought these questions on.
All right.
Shout out to them for letting me use them. But one of the questions was, dating your son or daughter's ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, is that hoe shit?
Oof. That's definitely some hoe shit.
Is it?
That's no. Oof.
You have to think, like, what if they're in love?
What
If you got the green light from
What
them?
were the terms? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's some additional questions that need to be asked. Like, I need to know the whole situation. Just for that,
Exactly.
I can't-
So if you take it, you have to look at the retrospect of like, if there is a situation in which they are in love or they got the green light, or like how long ago were, your son dating them or anything like that.
Right.
You might be a cougar or whatever, but like at the end of the day, is it hoe shit predominantly just because, like, is it hoe shit guaranteed, or do you have to know more information?
No, I feel like it's always a need to know more information type of situation. So I guess we can't call it hoe shit if it's a needs to know.
Facts.
Right? That makes sense. Makes sense.
Another one is asking your baby mama or baby daddy for a threesome. Asking your multiple baby mamas or baby daddies for a threesome.
That's definitely some hoe shit.
You think so?
Yes.
If you have two baby mamas or two different baby mamas and you ask them for a threesome, that's whole shit?
Well, I mean, I have no desire to have a threesome because, like, I only have one dick, so I don't understand how threesome works. I just don't get it. Like, I can only go in one at a time anyways. Like, why can't I just enjoy one and then go on to the next one? Like okay.
Balls, bro. Balls.
What?
Balls.
Yeah, that's irrelevant. That's kind of irrelevant. I don't understand. That's one opportunity, like, for countless missed ones. Yeah, no, I'm good. Anyways, yeah, I just don't like.
Is that hoe shit?
Yeah, because you're asking for dudes. That's definitely some hoe shit. Like, there's dudes do hoe shit all the time. I don't know why we're playing games. Like, dudes do hoe shit.
I don't think that's hoe shit. I think it depends on when they were, like, it depends on if they're friends and when they were friends. Like, if you have two baby mamas and they were best friends before they became baby mamas, that's some hoe shit. But if you have two baby mamas and they became friends after they became baby mamas, that's not hoe shit.
For me, That's 100% hoe shit.
It's not hoe shit.
It's still so like,
Nah, bruh. If they're friends and they became friends, like you were the link that brought them together to be friends, and they still fuck with you because you're a good father to their kids.
that is scheming hoe shit.
Strategic hoe shit.
Yes. There is no doubt in my mind. You came together with a plan. Like, it's like, ching, ching. Oh, I like both of you anyways.
And y'all like each other.
Now
Why
you guys
not?
like each other.
Let's
like,
get this popping.
Yeah.
That's not hoe shit, bruh.
All right.
Just taking an opportune situation and making the best of it.
Okay. Or you could just choose one or the other.
That's a sentence right there. That's what that is.
Right. I mean, yes. It would take a very crafty one to do it. That's what I'm saying. That's
Well, it would
definitely-
take a crafty one to make two of your baby mama's friends. So like,
Yes. Like that's. I don't even what. It's definitely hoe shit. It's definitely some hoe shit. It's still hoe shit. Like you have to go and you have to go on a magical quest to the land of the hoe shit gods and ask them for permission, and then you come back and you make that happen. That's
you
how.
make sure you show with a sacrificial lamb.
Exactly. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts over here, sir. Like no matter how I look at it. But here, like also, if a female does it, like if she gets two of her, like is that hoe shit for her?
Are
You
they
wouldn't say
friends?
that? I mean, yeah.
Okay. Were they friends before they were baby daddies, or were they friends after they were baby daddies? Because if you try to get the friends that you came in between by sleeping with both of them, that's some hoe shit. But if they became friends after, I don't think it's hoe shit.
Yikes. They just happen to be friends. And like, I want to do a threesome.
Yeah, like they became friends. They're cool. They still fuck with you.
So let's just think about the act of having a threesome.
That's not hoe shit.
What?
That's not hoe shit.
You don't think so?
No, it's equal opportunity.
All right. All right.
But is it really though?
Yeah. How often does it happen? How many times have you had a threesome, sir? Since you seem to be very well versed.
Next question.
I'm just saying. It's not like they out here just everywhere. Were you just walking into a room with threesomes like, whoo, what's going on in here?
Next question. The last one, this is hilarious to me. Sucking dick on accident. Is that hoe shit?
That's always how shit.
Are you sure?
How do you accidentally suck a dick?
Bruh, things
That was my
happen.
question.
Like you have to think about the what the definition of to suck is. Like it doesn't have to be a continuous motion. You don't have to be doing it for 30 seconds for you to be sucking a dick. There's plenty of ways to accidentally suck dick.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like we have different. Like I don't know what's like,
Different
I don't know how it
outlooks
works.
on life.
Yeah, like I am never in a position where like I don't know another man's penis is by my face, particularly by my mouth.
Look,
like
I brought this up before. I was talking to one of my homeboys about it, and a lot of the ways I was like, well, like, what if you're playing a strawberry game? Like you're, putting strawberries in a mouth, and then like you're like, close your eyes while I feed you a strawberry, and it's like, and then like next thing you know, like it's your dick.
That's rape.
Unconsensual sex. We don't throw that R word around, but
that's
and
not
I
an
was like,
accident. That is planned clearly. Like
not on her behalf.
Huh, wait.
Excuse me.
Would it be an accident on her behalf? Granted, no, it's not. It's unconsensual. So it doesn't make it an accident. But then I was like, okay, well, let me give you this scenario. Say if I'm sitting on the concrete butt ass naked, right?
Okay. So
Nope. You're going to ask the wrong question. I already know what you're going to ask. Why am I doing this? Irrelevant, okay?
Okay. That is completely irrelevant. How many times are you sitting on this? Is a completely
This
outlandish
is not about my life,
situation.
okay?
This is outlandish for anyone already, just to begin with. Like, why? I already have
How did it
questions.
happen?
Yo, it's not about my life, okay? Just paint the scenario. It's not impossible, okay?
All right.
Sitting on the concrete, butt ass naked, right? Just sitting on the ground. Dick is out, hard as a motherfucker, all right? Now, some girl walks up, and she's on her phone. She's completely strolling through her Instagram timeline. Okay? So focused on her phone. Trips on a crack. Now she's falling for it. Next thing you know, like in the oh shit like moment of her falling, her mouth is open. Now my dick slides in her mouth. Well, her mouth slides on my dick. Chicken and egg.
Okay.
So now,
Right.
so now she is gasped out of sheer shock that my dick is in her mouth. That's an inhale. That's a sucking motion. Now she has accidentally sucked dick. Is she a hoe for that? Or is that hoe shit?
Yes, if the most precise moment in life, the one time this might happen, the next 2,000 years type shit, bro. We talking about like this is a
But impossible?
rare. It is.
But is this impossible?
Yes,
That's impossible to
that
happen.
is completely. Yes. Wait,
0%.
Right, you know what? How about this? When you can present to me the time this last happened.
But is it impossible?
I just need one time in particular when it happened.
But is it
right now I got 0 times I've ever heard about this happening.
Something like that wouldn't end up on the news.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
it
like
would.
that would definitely right. Like that's not.
Man sitting butt naked on the sidewalk.
That's 100% like because everybody's gonna have questions about that.
Yeah.
That's a headliner in itself.
But that doesn't mean
A
it
woman
can't happen.
accidentally sucks a dick. I got questions. How did this accident happen?
How warm was it? Was it cold?
That's clearly additional questions needed. Like
But is it impossible?
that is impossible.
That's not impossible, bro. 1 in a million, 1 in a trillion, whatever the have you
People
be.
literally go to jail for being naked in public.
Yes. And there will be consequences to him being on the concrete with his dick out. But is it impossible for this situation to happen?
Yes.
You're a
100%
damn
yes.
lie. You just know it's got a very small chance of happening.
No, we're talking about like infinitesimal.
Have you never watched Final Destination?
Final Destiny.
Crazy shit happens in the most unformulated way possible.
Right?
So it would be like one of those.
Those aren't unformulated. Like those are like everything that has to go wrong goes wrong at one time.
That's literally this situation.
That's
My head hurts.
it's a movie for a reason. Like there's a reason why they have to create it because it's not like happening. It's not like that is not normal, bro. Like that is not a normal situation. That doesn't happen. That's in a
If
movie.
that happened, would it be whole shit?
If that happened, it would still be some hoe shit.
Why would it be whole shit?
Because how in the world
On
when
her behalf.
all the time you fall and you ain't got no time to stop yourself. You see a dick coming, you can't move. Like you tell her you had no other option but to say oh shit and fall on it. Like that was clearly like that's
What if you didn't realize it was there until after it was in your mouth? Pause.
any girl that happens to is doing that with a line of guys who have their dicks out. That is called a porn star, my friend. That's the only time that happens. All right, that is not real. That is a profession. All right, like that's not even no. That's definitely some hoe shit. Like, there's no way. No, I mean, there's no. You have to practice that.
You have to practice falling like that? But everything in that moment went wrong at the perfect time.
Still hoe shit. I'm sorry. I can't let that slide.
Oh shit on both
I
parties.
can't
I don't
let
care.
No, it's not whole shit on a female. I would say it's whole shit on the guy. Because, you're sitting on concrete with your dick out.
Well, yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Just plotting.
exactly. Trip. Oh my God! Here
Throwing
it
pebbles and
here it
shit.
comes, right. This man got the Mario Kart like banana pack. Twink. Oh no!
Nah, that's unconsensual at that point. If you forcefully tripped a female.
All right.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, had to steal those questions because I knew we could have a little fun with that. So, shout out to Hoes with a Show. You can catch them on YouTube, Google Play, and iTunes, Spotify. I don't think they're on Soundcloud. They might be, but you can catch them on all those. And Naya and Davi, appreciate you letting me use those questions. So, next part I want to talk about, because I'm done with the female bullshit.
See, there goes with that word.
That's what I'm saying.
Resist.
That's what I'm saying. Anytime you say female, there's always a bad word that follows it or
It's
precedes
like
it.
doing that damn mayonnaise sapien shit.
Yeah,
Ooh.
your words, not mine.
All right.
No, those are definitely your words.
Quinn's words, not mine.
All right.
I'm just a follower and I'm a world full of leaders,
Facts.
I mean, it's not your word too now, so I mean, it's my word too.
Yeah. We're going to stop saying that word eventually. I'm not going to say it today, but we're going to stop saying it eventually. So, millennials in public appearance. This is a big issue because we're out of control. When you think about like how we are on social media and how big our image is. And I think with public appearance, especially like just in person and or social media, it can be both a blessing and a curse.
Right.
because when it comes to like sometimes it creates a standard of how people are supposed to appear. But the problem with that is sometimes that only like applies to the people that are around you. So I might look at this lady and say, wow, she's wearing a ratchet outfit. But her friends may say, oh, that girl looked like a queen.
Okay.
So that's why I say it can be both blessing and curse. Because now it does set a standard predominantly, like amongst people, guys and girls. But then when you're around your circle, you don't care about the outside opinion. You only care about this circle within your opinion. So if they're promoting the fuck shit, then that's probably what you're falling into. Like cloud pouches. I don't hang around with friends that use cloud pouches. Those are the stupidest things. For those of you who don't know, cloud pouches are fanny packs. That's what they call them, cloud pouches.
Wait, what's wrong with a fanny pack?
I mean, they were
Are you
popular
60?
back in the 90s.
What do you mean?
In what year are we in now?
All right.
I feel like it just depends on when you have said fanny pack. Like if you wear it every day, like it's a utility belt, that's a problem.
Yeah, is it? I think that would make more sense.
Huh?
Like if you show up to the bar and you have a cloud pouch on, I don't understand why. I have questions behind that. What the fuck do you have in that?
How do you not know that they're like maybe they wear it every day, like a utility belt?
But you said that's a problem.
I mean, but apparently to you, that's not. I think it's a problem. Every time I'm like, I mean, but you know what I mean. Like, that's a certain, like that person's definitely not normal. Excuse me, what? You wear this every day? Like, that's definitely not, like, come on. Come on now.
I can understand that, but like it would make more sense if it was an everyday utensil. Like when do you like most of the time people have cloud pouches, they don't need cloud pouches. I've seen people wrap them around their legs, and it's like, bro, what do you keep in there? Now, one of my friends explained to me that it's your center console in the car. Like everything that you would keep in your center console is something that you would keep in your cloud pouch. But I'm like, yo, first of all, I have a Rubik's Cube in the center console of my car, and I'm not keeping a Rubik's Cube in my fanny pack, so that's horse shit.
Facts.
But like, I'm like, yo, I'm wearing a jacket. There's no reason why I should have a cloud pouch. I have pockets on my pants, and I have pockets on my jacket.
Okay, that's still situational, though. There are times where it is.
You have pockets. What do you need? As a guy, what are you carrying around other than chapstick, wallet, phone, and keys?
Have you ever been to a water park where you get wet all day?
True shit.
Okay, that's a situational thing. I'm talking about the guys that wear fanny packs.
Oh, I already have a problem
fashion.
with them. Like, I mean, all right. If it's just fashion, then you must be rich. You got time to be buying a fanny pack just to walk out.
I mean,
If that's an option for you, I feel like not everybody should be out here buying like fanny packs just to like.
Yeah, it's cloud pouches. That's literally what they're called, cloud pouches.
How are they wearing them?
Across their chests.
Cool with it.
so they might as well just get a
What?
satchel.
As long as they moving like a bandit, bro. That's all they are. That's what I'm saying. That's how I wear it.
But then, like,
Well,
what
that's
are you
a
putting in
goblin
that?
right there? What?
What are you putting in that?
You never know, nigga. It's a mystery box.
This nigga said something.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I'm coming out with a fanny pack, like you don't know what's about to pop out.
Yikes. Big yikes.
You don't know what's about to come out that joint. Beware.
All bad.
Beware.
But that's where we are when it comes to like the public appearance in the millennial days. Like we'll put on unnecessary shit just for the clout, and that in itself makes no sense. Like I'm gonna wear something comfortable, but
At all times.
I'm not gonna wear. Yeah. Wait, are you asking me? Are you telling
No,
me?
I'm saying like
Okay.
at all times. Yeah.
Hey, that was one of them questions. Like, are you asking me or are you telling me?
Right.
Shout out to episode 1.
All right. I guess it does happen.
But with no inflection. But
right next to that girl tripping and falling on like multiple dudes' dicks by accident.
see, not
Only
impossible.
sucking them.
Not impossible.
Multiple dudes at a time, though?
If they're out there
All right.
and
It's
you're
a
in
whole
your
line of
phone,
'em.
How big is a girl's mouth?
See, what happened is they all went to the same party and they took this drug. And then the next, like that night, you know what I'm saying? They pass out and the next morning they all wake up in the same spot. Which they take
yes,
out
and
hard.
she's walking down the street and she slips on a crack while she's staring at her Instagram timeline.
Yeah, man.
That's why you should never be on your phone while you walk.
There was definitely a
'Cause you might
mastermind
slip on
behind
a
that
dick.
plan. There's
That
no
sounds
way.
like
You gonna tell me
But
that
it's not whole
accidentally
shit on her
happened?
behalf.
That is hoe shit on her behalf.
I just for walking down the street.
Where does that? That's like, where does that even happen?
I don't think we're gonna get past this.
I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see it. Like that is impossible. Like what? There's no way. Can you, all right. If your girl comes home to you and says, "Honey, I accidentally sucked another man's dick," how are you gonna take that?
What happened? And it might be that
Why
one in a million.
Why are you asking what happened? If it ain't hoe shit, why you just like ain't like? All right,
I don't
no,
automatically
don't
assume
worry
it's
about it. I
always
know
hoe
it
shit.
happens sometimes. Don't worry about it sometimes.
Not sometimes, but one in a million.
Sometimes you accidentally suck a dick. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I got you. Don't worry about it, honey. It's fine. Come
I'm
on.
asking for the.
Good work today. Did he enjoy it? Like that's not normal, bro. Like the reason why you have to ask questions is because the first thing that comes to mind is hoe shit. That's the reason why. That's the reason why you need additional questions. Because if not everything, like something has to line up here.
So all you're saying is that you're assuming that initially it's hoe shit, but there may be a possibility that's not.
Because I mean, the possibility is there, but that's what I'm saying. If you have to think like, yo, like why, like I need to know more about how this accident happened. You like, yeah, no, that's hoe shit. That's hoe shit. Because there's not any situation that exists like that. It's just undocumented, bro.
It's undocumented, but not impossible. You say what you want. It's not
A
impossible.
woman accidentally sucking dick is like a theory in math, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not all the way. It's not a proof.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like it's not happening. It's like a proof. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you talking about a theory. Like this joint might be broken someday. It might not work anymore. Who knows?
I need you to let that go.
All right.
I need you to let that go.
All right.
That thing is kicking your ass right now.
Yeah. Killing me. Instant hoe shit. All right.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
No, but like appearances. Because when I think about it, I always go back to like how people appear on social media.
All right.
What they're doing to entertain the mass. Like, shout out to Brittany Renner.
Right.
Here we go again.
But I mean, like, fashion's always gonna change. That's not even like unique to us. That's for
No,
everybody.
but like, no, not just the fashion itself, but like the body language.
That's still always changing. That's not unique to just us.
Countertop
Appearance
booty.
has always mattered. What are you talking about? That's for every single generation. It's not unique to us. Like,
You don't think it's gotten worse with social media over time? Or because of social
people's
media?
appearance?
Both people's appearance and how important appearance is.
I don't think it's changed outside of anything that like the mass population agrees with. Like I feel like mostly everybody agrees like what's the ideal person for per given time. Because you got to think, bro. Like, all right, that's like thick women. Like that didn't used to always be in. Look at Marilyn Monroe, and then look at like women who are like considered attractive today. There's literally a biological difference between the two. Like,
Yeah.
just genetically, they're made differently. Like, so that's always changing. That's not specific to us. It's just our opinion for the time. You know what I'm saying? The next generation might find something else different. Like, I'm not about to be like the way we're like, I don't know. I don't know if we necessarily like, I wouldn't say we hold more weight than any other generation has before it. I feel like just the major difference is like, it's more like everybody knows like what's out there now.
Okay, but
The
not even
access
just
to the information.
Not even just physically, but your social status as a whole too. Like the way people carry themselves in today's day and age. You don't think social media is like or this era is a big contributing factor to that? Like the way people act on social media.
Yeah, because we're like, it's for our era. Like, I feel like we're taking way to like, there's not going to be another one after us. Like, this is going to change.
Yeah.
Like, it's not unique. I don't know if like the way we're doing it is like OD. I feel like people just doing what they want to do with, when it comes to fashion, like everybody kind of has their own thing.
Not just fashion, though. I'm telling you, like just the, like
Your
your
social
public,
status?
your social status. Yeah.
Oh, there's so many factors that go into like what's important for you for your social status. Like what's important for you, your social status is gonna be based off of like how you were raised and like what you were taught. You know what I'm saying? Like while for somebody else, that's completely different. I feel like that's still everybody. That's just people being people. What like that's not specific to. All right, never mind. Never mind. Let me chill. We don't get to claim that like we doing something different, bro. We don't know. 2 generations later, we looking at what we doing. People flying around in cars and shit. We like, oh god, this is all wrong. This is all wrong. We never know.
What about the famous rag to riches story, but like only through social media. Like everybody has that story of like how they overcame and stuff like that, like through their social media. Oh, I was once broke, but now me and my kids eating good and stuff like that. It's like
Fine, broke.
that's not. I'm not getting into that. I'm definitely not getting into that. But like I struggled and now I made it and stuff like that. And it's like, oh girl, you can't, like, you've been living with your mother for like 4 years. You didn't pay rent for 4 years when you raised your kids, and you finally got a good job, but you were working. But like, I wouldn't say you were struggling. Like, yeah, I wouldn't say you were legitimately rag to riches.
Right.
When you say rag to riches, I think Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is a rags to riches type of motherfucker.
Yeah. 1 in a million.
Exactly. 1 in a fucking million.
Yeah.
So how's everybody out here talking about I have that rags to riches story?
Because that's like, I mean, that's your opinion, bro. Like, it goes back to your opinion. What's rags to riches? Like, some people's rags to riches story. Shoot, Donald Trump says he has a rags to riches story.
Your words, not mine.
I mean, but he does. Like, I started off with this.
Yeah.
And like, this is what I turned it into. Like, even that was for him. That was his version of like a rags to riches story. Everybody has their rags to riches story.
But if you think about like where that origin came from, like when you're talking about being like the original rags to riches ideology is you went from straight poverty on the streets,
Right.
and there's like, so your perception is almost irrelevant because it comes from a regular basis. You were wearing rags as outfits,
But
and then you
everything,
got
like,
money.
Everything involves how many people out here running around just wearing rags though?
When rags to riches was a thing, a lot of them. You don't remember like people wearing like the potato sacks?
Yes,
like that kind of shit.
That's not the case anymore. Like, black people, if I see a black person walking around with a potato sack on, I have
Rags to
questions.
riches.
That's not a real thing anymore. Like, your rags is based off of like what you consider rags. I would say like, I mean, Jay-Z's rags to riches story.
Mm.
It's a rags, like, right? Am I wrong? No, is that not an example? Well, what? I can tell you, he says it is.
He would say it is, but I would say that's broke to rich. I get that, but not rags to riches.
Oh God,
There's a big difference. Like when you say rags, I think poverty.
What's poverty?
That's a definition-based word.
Okay, what's your definition of poverty?
No, there's no. What's your definition?
What's the definition of poverty?
Look up the definition of poverty.
Jeez. Talk about words we don't even know the definition. This is ridiculous.
Well, you know, females and stuff.
All right.
So.
See, that's what I'm saying. Now you know there's some shade. Like, you know, like, hate, but
I
like,
have
you
not
still-
let this
you
word
still out
without
here throwing
shade
out
whatsoever.
Females. Every time you say the shade, I can just see it. What are you talking about? It's so dark in the room. Let me stop, bro.
Got it.
You know what? That goes back to your appearance, though, bro. I'm
What?
throwing female out there, you appear a certain way. Like, a man that says female.
Oh, I've already pointed out that I
some
don't trust women,
status in
so
life.
like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you using the word female as religiously as you do, sir.
But I've already painted the picture of which I don't trust females because, you know, my exes, porn, and Aisha Curry.
My man came back with the smooth. He does have a point. He did express that. So it should be known.
Very
like,
blatantly. 10 episodes ago.
that's specific to you, bro. Not
Oh, yeah.
everybody has that open, honest opinion. I say I don't trust females as a whole.
I'm justifying why I say female.
He said as a whole.
When I say female, I mean anything that can produce
Toddlers.
or bear a child. Anything that's a female, I don't trust it. Just go ahead.
You little toddler.
Yeah.
Untrustworthy.
Female. It could be a cat. It could be a dog. It could be a whale. It could be a lioness.
I don't trust that
If it's a
female flamingo.
let's go ahead and group you guys all together. That's how I use the word female. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're one of those things.
Yikes.
Get on out of here.
Go ahead with poverty.
All right, so there's like 3 definitions. I'm only going to give 2 of them.
Wait.
Why don't you just give one of them? Why don't you just give the first one? That's a noun.
The state of being extremely poor.
Yeah, see? No,
uses
you're right.
poor.
It's perspective based.
Use is poor. What's your definition of poor? Like,
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Poor is relative, bro. Like, if your family started off with like 100 mil and you ended up with like 20, like, I got questions for you, bro. What happened to it all? Like,
Maybe,
where did it go?
Comparatively, you are poor.
All right.
All right. I guess I can understand that. I'll give you some light on that. But there's one more thing I had for you.
I need an intermission so I can run to the bathroom though. Like real shit. I'm a toddler. I have to go pee. Not do it on camera, but
Yo, you're annoying spot. You're super annoying. You got anything else before we get out of here?
No. I mean, you definitely can't call people females. You can't walk around just calling female. You definitely don't know how to use the word. Like I feel like the woman who told you that she's giving you very specific advice. You know what I'm saying? Like it was tailored to you because she thought of you more than just a male. She thought you know what I'm saying? Like she gave you all your complexity. But yeah, no, you definitely you're not allowed to use it. That's what it is. Every time you say it, it's just shade comes out. I don't know what's going on.
Got
It's
it.
a shade effect. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
I'm just not allowed to use females.
That's my biggest takeaway. That you are not actually allowed to use the word.
But if
female.
I
don't
use
know.
females, is that whole shit?
And on that note,
I don't know if that's whole shit. I don't know if that's whole shit. There's questions about that one. Take that out.
Oh, man. With all that being said, appreciate you coming here today. With all that being said, to all my millennials.
Not the females. What is wrong with you? See, you just can't help it. Shadometer's getting too hard. Females. Woo, back down to zero. Guys. We good. That shadometer was coming like that. You just used it. That's why it didn't just go away. Don't just drop 100 back down to 0. What are you talking about? You just threw it out with female.
Yo, I'm trying to close this episode so you go to the bathroom, you child.
I'm just saying. You can't use it. God dang. Try to save you.
Anyways, to all my millennials, everything you say is a sin, and no one wants to hear your woes. And to everybody else, this has been another episode of the Addisons of Woes podcast. Thanks for joining in. Peace.